Today, we're counting down 5 places across Greater Seattle, inside the city, and in nearby suburbs, by what $3,500 a month can rent you. The biggest twist is saved for number 1, and it really changes the way this budget looks. For this countdown, we're looking at a fixed monthly rent target and comparing what bedroom size that budget lines up with in different parts of the Seattle area. The anchor is simple: $3,500 a month, with the rent figures tied to HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Some places keep you close to downtown Seattle energy. Others move you toward quieter residential streets, island living, or a larger home footprint farther south. Number 5 is Clyde Hill on the east side. Clyde Hill sits in King County, east of Seattle, bordered by Bellevue, Kirkland, Medina, Yarrow Point, and Hunts Point. So this is very much a suburban east side setting, rather than an in-city neighborhood. At $3,500 a month, Clyde Hill lines up with a one-bedroom, with the median one-bedroom rent around $3,220 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. The walk score is 29, according to Walk Score in 2026, which reflects the more residential layout. Zillow puts the typical home value at about $1,995,242 in 2026. So, the rental picture here sits inside one of the region's higher value residential pockets. Number 4 is Belltown, right in Seattle's downtown waterfront orbit. Belltown is one of the city's most built-up urban neighborhoods, located along the downtown waterfront on land shaped by Seattle's major regrading history. At $3,500 a month, Belltown also lines up with a one-bedroom, with the median one-bedroom rent around $3,210 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. The contrast with Clyde Hill is immediate. Belltown has a walk score of 99, according to Walk Score in 2026, putting daily errands, restaurants, offices, waterfront taves, and nightlife in a compact urban grid. Zillow places the typical home value around $581,749 in 2026, giving this stop a very different cost profile from the east side entry before it. Number 3 is Blue Ridge, in Seattle's North Beach and Blue Ridge area. This is still Seattle, but the setting shifts north, away from the downtown waterfront blocks and into a more residential part of the city, near the North Beach name. Here, $3,500 a month moves the comparison up to a two-bedroom, with the median two-bedroom rent around $2,730 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Blue Ridge has a walk score of 59, according to Walk Score in 2026, so it sits between the car-oriented feel of Clyde Hill and the hyper-walkable feel of Belltown. Zillow puts the typical home value around $1,011,447 in 2026, which makes the two-bedroom rent result especially notable. Number 2 is Bainbridge Island, across Puget Sound in Kitsap County. This entry changes the whole feel of the countdown, because Bainbridge is not just another Seattle neighborhood grid. It is a city and an island, with water shaping the way people experience place, movement, and daily routines. At $3,500 a month, Bainbridge Island lines up with a 3-bedroom, with the median 3-bedroom rent around $3,240 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Walk Score gives Bainbridge Island a score of 26 in 2026, which fits an island city where destinations are more spread out. Zillow lists the typical home value at about $1,187,471 in 2026. So the rental comparison stands out because the budget reaches a larger bedroom count than the Seattle entries above it. And number 1 is Lakewood in Pierce County. This is the surprise at the top. Lakewood takes that same $3,500 monthly target and stretches it to a 4-bedroom, with the median 4-bedroom rent around $2,970 per month, per HUD Fair Market Rents for fiscal year 2026. Lakewood is a city south of Seattle, and its population was 63,612 at the 2020 census, giving it a larger city profile rather than a tiny suburb feel. Walk Score gives Lakewood a score of 85 in 2026, which is a strong number for this countdown, and adds another layer to why it lands at number 1. Zillow puts the typical home value around $486,629 in 2026, making Lakewood the place where the fixed rent target translates into the most bedrooms among these five. So, to recap, number 5 is Clyde Hill, where $3,500 lines up with a one-bedroom on the east side. Number 4 is Belltown, another one-bedroom result, but in the middle of Seattle's downtown waterfront energy. Number 3 is Blue Ridge, where the same budget reaches a two-bedroom in North Seattle. Number 2 is Bainbridge Island, where that target reaches a three-bedroom in a Puget Sound island city. And number 1 is Lakewood, where the biggest bedroom count appears with a four-bedroom result. That number 1 really did change the shape of the countdown, because the same rent target looks completely different once you move across the wider Seattle region. What did we miss? What neighborhood, suburb, or specific rental pocket would you have put in your own top 5? If you would have ranked one of these higher, or if there's a Seattle area spot worth sleeping on, drop your pick below. And if this helped you compare the region in a clearer way, tap the like button and subscribe for more Seattle neighborhood deep dives. What should we cover next? Waterfront neighborhoods? Best car-light neighborhoods? East side comparisons? Or a focused deep dive on one of today's picks?